Communication, Captain.
Number 20. Finding the Engineer, Alien. Before all hell broke loose, there was one eerie sign that something was horribly wrong with the planet the Nostromo landed on. Yep, it's the Engineer's first appearance. Known as the Space Jockey, it may be linked to the engineers in Prometheus. When Kane, Lambert, and Dallas first encounter this long-dead fossilized humanoid slumped in a chair, we have no clue what it is.
Amazing. Alien life form. Looks like it's been dead a long time.
That mystery, combined with its larger-than-life presence and the gaping hole in the chest, makes us feel like we're nothing compared to what's out there.
Like he exploded from inside.
I wonder what happened to the rest of the crew.
Plus, what's discovered inside the ship only deepens the horror. Though it appears briefly, this ancient creature became one of sci-fi's most iconic figures. That is enough to tell you how much it fascinated fans.
What do you got? Well, see what you make of this.
Number 19. Underwater Chase, Alien Resurrection.
Hey, Christy, do me a favor. We hit the surface on the other side. No backstroke, okay?
This might be considered one of the weakest in the Alien franchise, but it still delivers some spine-tingling thrills. Set 200 years after Alien 3, it revolves around the military's plan to breed and study xenomorphs. Things go south very quickly when these creatures escape their confinements. In one of the movie's most intense and visually stunning scenes, the survivors try to escape through a flooded kitchen, but are ambushed by 2 xenomorphs. It's both thrilling and nerve-wracking as they try to hold their breath while avoiding these predators that swim as fast as they crawl. Of course, not everyone makes it out alive. This is way more terrifying than the great white sharks in Jaws, don't you agree? Number 18. Clemens is killed, Alien 3.
Despite the fact that I had become secretly addicted to morphine, I was considered to be most promising, a man with a future.
Maybe Ripley wasn't meant to have a happy ending. Whenever it seems like she's found a little warmth or someone she can trust, it's ripped away. After crash landing on Fiorina Fury 161, Ripley meets Clemens, a prison officer with a dark past but calm presence.
And now I've made another mistake.
Really? What's that?
Fraternizing with a prisoner.
Their bond grows gradually, goading us into thinking Ripley might find some respite. Alien 3 offers no comfort. Just as Clemens begins to open up to Ripley in the infirmary, the Xenomorph appears and kills him mid-conversation. The way it happens with no dramatic cue or buildup makes it so scary. Even Ripley is left stunned. Still, it feels like a huge waste of a likable character. But hey, the universe does not care. Number 17. Rain caught between Xenomorph and Facehugger, Alien Romulus. If you ever find yourself stuck between a Xenomorph and a Facehugger, you should say your last prayer. One is there to hunt you, while with the other you risk impregnation. It's just an impossible situation. In one intense scene, Rain finds herself trapped between these 2 predators after falling through an elevator shaft when gravity kicks back in. At first, you might be confused why the Xenomorph saved her, but as a Facehugger comes into view, you realize it wasn't an act of mercy. It's a calculated move to perpetuate the alien life cycle. Thankfully, Andy shows up just in time to save Rain from becoming an alien breeder. Number 16. Maternity Ward Massacre, Aliens vs. Predator Requiem. Xenomorphs are downright merciless, and nowhere is that more pronounced than in the maternity massacre scene in Aliens vs. Predator Requiem. It happens when a pred alien invades a hospital maternity ward. Instead of the typical facehugger implantation, it literally forces its embryos down the throat of a pregnant woman. Honestly, it's one of the franchise's most disturbing sequences, not just for its brutality, but for the way it defiles what's meant to be sacred and safe. With a body horror this unrelenting, it is clear nothing is off-limits in the Alien franchise. Nothing. It's almost as if the camera is daring you to look away. We honestly can't blame anyone who felt the franchise went too far with this.
You two look pretty shaken up.
Hasn't been an easy night for her.
Number 15, Alien in the Water. Aliens.
Which way is it to the landing field from here?
This way.
Sometimes all you need is a simple setup to create the chilliest scene, and James Cameron nails it with this. After an explosion separates Newt from Ripley and the others, she plummets into a flooded corridor, clutching her doll. Newt calls out to Ripley, hoping to be rescued, but time is running out. All you can hear is the dripping water, echoing silence. No dramatic score as Newt waits to be saved. Then, from the murky water, a Xenomorph emerges behind her, like something out of a bad dream. Newt doesn't see it at first, but when she does, her scream cuts through the silence. By the time Ripley emerges, all that's left is Newt's doll bobbing in the water. It is absolutely nerve-wracking and heartbreaking.
No! No! Go!
Number 14, Xenomorph Dog, Alien 3. In the world of aliens, it seems nothing's left out from the horror. Not pregnant women, not children, and definitely not dogs. That brings us to one of the scariest Facehugger creations, the Xenomorph Dog. After a prison dog named Spike is impregnated, what bursts out from it is undeniably grotesque.
Only that some get called, some get saved.
It's both devastating and terrifying, especially since it happens during the funeral ceremony for Newt and Hicks. But it's not just the body horror that creeps you out. There's something heartbreaking about man's best friend being twisted into a monster. You don't even have to be a dog lover to feel the weight of it. Number 13, David calms the Neomorph, Alien Covenant. Set years after Prometheus, Alien Covenant follows a crew of a colony ship bound for a distant planet. When they intercept a mysterious transmission from a nearby planet, curiosity pulls them off course. What they find is far worse than expected: the Neomorphs and David, the android survivor from Prometheus. In one very chilling scene, after a Neomorph attacks and decapitates a crew member, David calmly pets it like a proud zookeeper. The horror here isn't loud. It's quiet and unnerving because of what it suggests. David isn't just a survivor. He's been nurturing them, playing God in secret.
Breathe on the nostrils of a horse, and he'll be yours for life.
The full weight of the horror sinks in when Orem becomes his next gruesome experiment. Number 12, Facehuggers in the medbay, Aliens. Yet another scene where characters find themselves trapped in a life-or-death situation. This is one of the scariest in Aliens. Newt and Ripley have just been locked in the medbay by Burke, with 2 facehuggers loose. It is claustrophobic, frantic, and personal as they try to evade these aliens that can impregnate you just by latching onto your face. The room is small, there is no weapon in sight, and the danger is closing in fast. Ripley fights these relentless creatures while Newt's panicked screams only heighten the chaos. Meanwhile, Hicks and the others work frantically to save them. Thankfully, they both make it out unscathed, but not before pushing us to the edge of our nerves.
That's it! Yeah, all clear. Nailed the other one. It's history, man.
Number 11, The Offspring's final scene, Alien Romulus. Just when it seems like the film's wrapping up, the tension spikes with the final confrontation between Rain and the Offspring, a Xenomorph human hybrid. Kay is dead, Andy can't help, and Rain is the last one standing, but not on the Offspring's watch. It attacks her, and when it seems she's defeated, Rain manages to float away. Soft music sets in, tricking us into thinking she's safe. Suddenly, the Offspring reappears, cracking her helmet in an attempt to finish her off. It's seriously one effective jump scare that takes us by surprise. It almost feels like the creature has a personal vendetta, and for a moment, it nearly got what it wanted. Luckily, Rain survives. Number 10, The Corridor Chase, Alien 3.
Did anybody hear anything?
David Fincher's entry is certainly flawed, and the director himself has since disowned it, saying, quote, "No one hates it more than me." But there are some good things going for it, and there are many well-constructed sequences that showcase the obvious talent brewing in the young director. The visual of the Xenomorph approaching Ripley is obviously iconic, and the movie contains one of the greatest chase sequences in the entire franchise.
This thing is really pissed off!
The hunt in the corridor is terrifically paced and contains some great acting and sound design. Furthermore, it showcases Fincher's thirst for filmmaking, containing fun flourishes like twirling POV shots and creative visual effects. Number 9. The Queen Revealed. Aliens. It's amazing to think that this was James Cameron's third movie, as he already had complete command of the art of filmmaking. In the thrilling climax of the second film, Ripley and Newt meet the alien queen, and it is truly a sight to behold. The slow reveal of the queen is absolutely stellar, complete with some unbearable tension, creative visual and sound design, and eye-popping special effects. Cameron and Stan Winston built a 14-foot foam puppet that was controlled by fishing line and hydraulics, and the results could not be more amazing. It's one of the best reveals in movie history, and certainly one of the scariest. Number 8. The Shuttle Escape. Alien. Unlike Aliens, the first movie doesn't end with a face-melting showdown. Instead, it favors quiet, anxiety, and suspense. Ripley discovers to her absolute horror that the alien has stowed itself inside the escape shuttle, and she's forced to use her resourcefulness and intelligence to defeat it. In a moment that is almost unwatchable, she allows the alien to get close, her breathing getting more and more panicked as she hears it approaching. And then, she jettisons that sucker into space. Ridley Scott directs the sequence to perfection, allowing the tension to build and lighting the shuttle with a strobing effect, which ensures that the creature remains in shadow.
This is Ripley, last survivor of the Nostromo. Signing off.
Number 7. The Alien Hybrid. Alien Resurrection.
A human reproductive system. She is giving birth for you, Ripley, and now she is perfect!
For many Alien fans, this is the worst entry in the franchise as things get a little weird. But this weirdness results in a grotesque image unlike any other. The Queen's DNA combines with that of Ripley, resulting in a bizarre alien-human hybrid that recognizes Ripley as its biological mother.
Oh, look, beautiful, beautiful little baby.
This creature was a full-scale animatronic created by Amalgamated Dynamics Incorporated, and the results are, well, absolutely disgusting. Its face bears resemblance to a human skull, and it's covered in a nasty white slime. It looks like it was ripped straight from a nightmare.
Beautiful butterfly.
Number 6. The Backburster. Alien Covenant.
Sit down. Sit down. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me.
We've all seen the Chestburster. Ridley Scott knows this, so he decided to change it up and give us something a little different while still retaining the soul of the original. The result? A backburster. Ledward is infected by spores and is immediately taken to the medbay, where all hell proceeds to break loose. A Neomorph slowly emerges from his back and flops on the floor. It then kills Corinne, who was tragically trapped in the room with the inhuman creature. The scene is a nice twist on the iconic original, and it's certainly more graphic. We see every revolting detail of this alien birth. And it's enough to leave a permanent impression.
I need you back here right now. I need you to come back to Atlanta right now.
Number 5. The C-section, Prometheus.
Emergency procedures initiated. Please verbally state the nature of your injury.
I need cesarean.
Another variation on the Chestburster, and arguably an even scarier one, can be seen in the divisive prequel Prometheus. David spikes Holloway's drink with a mysterious black liquid, and Holloway proceeds to sleep with Elizabeth Shaw. Shaw is impregnated, but not with a baby. At least not a human baby.
Surgery, abdominal, penetrating injuries, foreign body. Initiate.
In the movie's most famous sequence, Shaw enters an automated surgery table and has the creature removed from her stomach. Everything about this scene just screams horror movie perfection, from the acting and claustrophobic setting to the revolting image of a slithering squid emerging from her womb. It's enough to give someone a panic attack.
Get it out! Come on! Please! Oh God!
Number 4. The Ash reveal, Alien.
Ash? You open the door?
The first Alien contains one of the most famous plot twists in the horror genre, and it comes via a haunting image. Ash is revealed to be a robot, and he has been ordered to bring the alien specimen back to the company. He attacks and nearly kills Ripley, but she is saved in the nick of time by Parker, who clubs Ash with a blunt weapon.
Get her out! Get her out! Get her out! Get her out!
Ash freaks out, emitting high-pitched robot noises and spewing a white liquid across the room. And then Parker hits his head and, well, you all know what happens next. It's amazing that in a franchise filled with scary alien monsters, it's a simple robot who provides one of its greatest scares.
There is an explanation for this, you know.
Number 3. The Nest, Aliens.
What is that?
I don't know.
Proceed inside.
James Cameron definitely favored action over horror, but he still found time to craft some creepy sequences, like the Colonial Marines arriving on LV-426. Cameron squeezes the arrival for all it's worth, lingering on empty, ruined hallways and letting the eerie sound design work its magic. But things literally descend into full-blown horror when they make their way down to the nest.
Looks like some sort of secreted resin.
Yeah. But secreted from what?
Here, the Marines find opened eggs and cocooned colonists, one of whom wakes up and gives birth to an infant alien. And that's when the shooting starts. It's a masterful sequence that harkens back to the tension of the first movie, complete with grisly sights and unimaginable terror. Number 2. Inside the Vents, Alien.
Dallas, are you sure there is no sign of it? I mean, it is there. It's gotta be around there.
It's amazing how many things Ridley Scott manages to accomplish in this one short scene. He manages to build an incredible amount of anxiety over the alien in the vents, which is done mostly through solid reaction shots and stellar sound design. That relentless beeping will forever haunt our nightmares.
I'm not Claire Lambert. I want to get the hell out of here.
Oh, God, it's moving right towards you.
He also crafts one of the all-time greatest jump scares when the alien finally emerges from the shadows. And finally, he kills off Dallas, who up until this point was the group's leader. He's set up as the primary hero of the film, but Scott performs a wonderful bait and switch and kills him off with one terrifying screech. What a scene.
Dallas?
Number 1. The Chestburster, Alien. Of course it's the Chestburster.
First thing that I'm gonna do when I get back is to get some decent food.
How could it not be the Chestburster? While exploring the creepy planet, Kane does a terrifically silly thing and puts his face directly over a hatching egg, allowing the Facehugger to, well, hug his face. This is a fantastic scare in and of itself, but it leads to one of the most iconic sequences in movie history.
The food ain't that bad, baby.
John Hurt is mesmerizing, and he fully sells the unimaginable pain of having a baby alien burrow its way through your stomach. His screams are piercing and nightmarish, and the visual of the alien emerging from his belly has remained a staple of pop culture for decades. Horror does not get much better than this.
Get her head sealed. Anybody want to say anything?
Did we forget any iconic scenes? Let us know in the comments below.
We're still Marines and we got a job to do.
Which Which of these moments left you completely petrified? Check out these other clips from Watch Mojo section. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.